I got an Axial. Alright, first off, sorry if the angle's kind of weird. I still can't find my tripod anywhere after the move. But regardless, this is my new Axial SCX 10.2, or new to me. I bought it used. But, so the actual frame and tires and electronics are brand spanking new. What I'm pretty sure happened was they actually bought the deadbolt one, which here's the body for it. It's like brand spanking new. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with it, so if anyone's actually interested in it, just feel free to let me know and maybe we can work something out. But it's brand new. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with it. But I say that because this body is definitely a lot older than this whole framework. And this is the old Honcho body. It doesn't have that little cut in the hood, and it has the rear tire holder mount, but of course the actual mount for the spare tire rack is not existent. Makes me kind of sad, but I'll figure it out. But I already started fixing it up. I put the new 20 kg servo in it already. I added some D-rings for some aesthetics. And I did start making an interior, so I'll get into that. Oh, and I added my little American flag. Alright, so there's the little guy in the interior, and then there is the dashboard. It is all made out of this foam that you just get from Dollar Tree. Very cheap, very easy to make. Yeah, I love it. But how I hooked it up onto this is I just used some wires from some paper clips, hot glued it in there, and then you just slide it right out. You can see the mounts right there. There's the cheap made dash. I just hot glued everything together just to fit everything. This steering wheel is actually off of the wooden RC boat, and then I just took a hot glue stick, shoved it in, and then that's the actual I can't remember the name of it. It'll come to me after the video, but that's the actual mount I used for it. So that's the dashboard. And then here's the interior I made. It is all that foam just cut up. The seat is removable, and so is the guy. He's just poked in there with some with some metal. They're also paper clips that I cut, bent, so then it lines up with all the little holes that's underneath the seat. This seat is also made out of the foam. I just glued two pieces of them together and made them so it's all held down. The guy was $1 from the Dollar Tree, and I have him held in there with a bungee cord. There's the bungee cord. He comes right out. There he is. And then here's the actual seat, and it even folds forward. I think I'm gonna just, instead of paint this, I'm gonna cover this. Oh, I'm gonna cover this in some sort of a fabric, I think, to make it look like an actual seat. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, this was just really cheap foam, and then I carved it with a knife. That was it. As simple and cheap as you could possibly get. Again, here's my guy. To make him actually hold on to the steering wheel, and then I shifted his other arm over, so I will be putting a manual transmission stick, so he'll be holding that. I just heated his arm up, bent it, and bent it in. So that's all I did for the guy. But yeah, the interior is just held by 2 screws. screw 1, screw 2, and that's it. It's just a bunch of this foam all cut up and molded together. If you're interested in the actual like measurements, I'll write it down maybe. I don't even remember. I'm gonna have to relook at them. But I was doing a lot of eyeballing, I'm not gonna lie, because it was very interesting trying to make this work with the big transmission, with the motor, and then because I'm using regular size LiPo batteries, it was very interesting getting a huge center console. One thing I'm probably going to do is, because this whole space here is hollow right here, I'm probably going to cut it out and add some new pieces so it's more of a indent, but I'm not worried about that yet. But the way it actually sits, I am able to take the Velcro out and remove the battery, which is really nice. But the issue I do have is to connect the battery to the ESC is I have to remove it because it's not long enough unless I got an extension. So I might do that in the future so I could keep this on there without having to remove the screws on and off. But that's another thing, is these screws work great. They're about 1.5 inches long, and they go right inside of these little existing mounts that are on there, right there. But I want to get something that's more removable. I might get some like body posts and a clip, something of that nature. I'm not worried about this moment. But another reason I say that I'm pretty sure this was the deadbolt, the frame for the deadbolt, and then this honcho was added afterwards, is because the fender molds don't exactly match with the truck. And I'm pretty sure these were for the Axial Jeep molds, because he gave me the rear ones as well. So I think they just kind of mushed it all together and made it work. I mean, it works. I'm not complaining about it. I just think it's funny how they like made it all work and stuff. Kind of like what I would do. I would jerry rig it. Why not? But I do have the rear wheel wells, which is nice. So if I want to put a whole body on there and not the cage, I could do that. But yeah, so the seat I got, little guy I got, his seatbelt. So everything does hold. The only thing that's bad about this foam is that it's not exactly waterproof. So that would be the only the main downfall. So I'm gonna have to make this thing out of wood or plastic. If I got a 3D printer, I would happily make it work, but I'd have to do all the computer work and jazz for it. But that's my new Axial. I haven't done anything really performance-wise besides the new servo. I eventually am going to do the swap of the shocks. I know that a lot of people put the front in the rear and the rear in the front. I'll work on that later. But as of now, it works. I have an interior started. I will definitely update on the interior because I want to add like an actual like base. I think I'll make it all carpet, just using some kind of fabric instead of just painting it. You know, smooth out the lines, make it look less crappy. But yeah, that's my new RC, and I'm gonna try and scale this bad boy up as much as I can.